Okay, in our last screencast, we got to look at rationalism and how Rene Descartes defended that process of epistemology, which begins with the starting point of our ability to reason, our ability to think. And so, in this screencast, we want to go with the direction of empiricism and start with John Locke's view of empirical epistemology. And Locke would agree with Descartes that you and I have the capacity to learn, and that our minds, our brains are impressive process or impressive mechanisms. But the problem is that we're born without knowledge. You and I are blank tablets. We are tabula rasa in the Latin. And so the only way that you and I gain experience, the only way that you and I have experience written on our hard drive, or knowledge written on our hard drive, so to speak, is to have experiences. And so Locke breaks down our empirical, experiential epistemology this way, and we'll use a lemon to demonstrate. So first of all, he'll say that whatever exists, in this case a lemon, it makes good sense that whatever that lemon is, that's what it is. And so whatever it is exists with its own properties, its own qualities. And so in this case, it is probably true that a lemon in its own existence has shape to it. It's probably true that the skin of the lemon is sort of bumpy, dimply. Uh, what's the most basic things, the most basic primary qualities of any object would be something along the lines of physical dimension, size, shape, length, width, that kind of thing. So primary qualities are inherent qualities to an object that the object has, regardless of whether anyone is there to perceive that object or not. So I could take this lemon, put it behind the door. I can't see it. That doesn't mean it disappears. The lemon's still there and it still has its own properties. But the problem is that when I perceive the lemon, I'm not totally sure that I'm actually perceiving the properties that exist in the lemon. Instead, what I'm perceiving are the secondary qualities. So, for example, if I were to feel this lemon, it's kind of squishy. The lemon itself isn't squishy, but it's squishy to me. The lemon is yellow, but it's not really yellow. It's yellow because of my perceptive processes. And if I taste the lemon, it's sour. But is the lemon really sour? Well, it's not probably. It's sour to me. And so, what primary qualities are the qualities that an object has. The secondary qualities are the qualities that you and I experience when we encounter that object. And so, what you and I do with our knowledge is we say, "Hey, look at that lemon. It's round and dimply." Okay, probably true. It's also yellow and sour. Well, okay, no, it's yellow and sour to me, but that doesn't mean that those qualities are inherent within the object itself, or we can't necessarily prove that those qualities are inherent within the object itself. And so based on the secondary qualities, though, that you and I pick up from the lemon, now we start to, and from many other objects, we start to pick up what we call simple ideas. And simple ideas are distinct impressions from the secondary qualities of an object. So in other words, the lemon is kind of small. It seems to have this oval shape to it. It's dimply, it's squishy, it's yellow, it's sour, etc. But really, there are a number of things that are a number of objects that you and I experience that are small, oval, dimply, squishy, potentially yellow, maybe sour. But what happens is I'm encountering the lemon and many other things that I experience in life, and I start to come up with these simple ideas. There are things out there that are small. There are things out there external to me, things in the world external to my mind that are dimply and squishy, etc. And then what you and I do with these simple ideas is we start to construct them in a number of different ways. Picture each simple idea as a block in a basket, and you can grab different simple ideas and build them into a number of different, what Locke is going to call complex ideas. So if I were to say to you, hey, you ever have one of those things that's small and round and squishy? And you're like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're small, round, squishy. They're yellow. Oh, a tennis ball? No, they're sour, they're juicy. Oh, can you eat it? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about a lemon. What's happened? We've played classic Blues Clues here. There are enough simple ideas that have built up to where, oh, now I know what you're talking about. But notice what we're doing when we say, I know what you're talking about. The thing that you and I call knowledge is a bunch of different simple ideas that we construct into this thing that we call a lemon, or a thing that we call a book, or a cell phone, or a K cup, or any, who knows what. Every object that you and I encounter is a complex idea, which consists of a number of different simple ideas. And all those simple ideas are shared by other objects, but not in the exact same combination. Because if they were shared in the exact same combination, they would actually be that same complex idea. And so Locke's point with epistemology is that we don't know with certain, we can't say that we know with certainty what this lemon is. But we can say this is what I'm saying this lemon is by means of the secondary qualities that I experience from it, and then the simple ideas I gather from it, and then how I construct those simple ideas into a complex idea that I call a lemon, a car, anything like that. So if we're going to work with an apple here, here's where Locke's epistemology leaves us. The apple has primary qualities to itself, and those primary qualities don't require us in order for the apple to exist. You and I step in and experience secondary qualities, and that does require us. In other words, if you and I are not experiencing the apple, there is no crunchiness, there is no sweetness, nothing like that. It takes us and our experience of the object for secondary qualities to exist. And you and I can get to the secondary qualities, we can experience them, and we can get to the simple and complex ideas that form in our minds as a result of our experiences of this apple, the lemon, whatever it might be. You and I can get this, but we cannot get here with certainty. In the words of MC Hammer, ultimately, we can't touch this. Now, we may be able to touch it, but we don't know. We know this. This is our knowledge. This maybe we know that. Maybe we don't. But this isn't what we call an apple. This is what we call an apple. And so whether it's a great work of art, whether it's the Denver Broncos, looking at ourselves in the mirror, anything like that, really the question becomes what is the primary quality of, say, this mirror that does not require me in order for this mirror to be what it is? But then what are the secondary qualities of experiencing art, food, etc.? And then what are the simple ideas that I take away, blue, shape, faces, taste, and then in a number of different ways we construct complex ideas. And Locke also will argue this is what you and I do with the self as well, that we experience ourselves with various simple ideas, various secondary qualities, and various simple ideas that then we construct into this thing that we call us. The problem is that we can't really get to us because we're not totally sure what we are. We may have a pretty good idea, but we don't know that with certainty. We experience ourselves in terms of secondary qualities and simple ideas that we construct into a complex idea in the same way that we experience anything else. And so here I am at age 18, here I am today. Can I really experience that? Can I really experience this? Well, maybe. Descartes says I can because I can know that I think, therefore I am, therefore I must have been here too. But Locke is saying, no, that's assuming we have some inherent knowledge. If knowledge begins with experience, well, then the knowledge that this incarnation of myself had about other things as well as the self is going to be different. And there could be certain memories I had about myself when I was 18 that I constructed into this is who I am. Back then, I was a high school student. I was an athlete, musician. Well, today, do I wake up thinking about sports practice? Do I wake up thinking about the sense of self that I had back then? Do I do that today? Or are there other things? Do I think politically, religiously, philosophically then the way I think politically, religiously, philosophically today? No. Does that mean I'm a different thing? Maybe so. That question is up to debate. So, so what you want to do at this point is stop and practice Locke's method with two questions with respect to John Locke on your worksheet. One has to do with choosing an object and thinking through it in terms of the secondary qualities, the simple ideas, and the complex idea, how you would explain this object in terms of those categories. And then secondly, choose a simple idea and think of just one simple idea for yellow, round, something like that, and make a list of all the things that, all the complex ideas that have that element of simple idea, which constructs them. And after that, we're going to pick it up with David Hume. So you can go on to the next screencast from there.